Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good, not too bad. I spent most of the morning looking for drivers and software to be compatible with this camera I got. It's an older camera. Uh, I was going to buy a new one and I got talked out of it. So I'm back to plan a new camera. The heck with this old stuff. It's everything. It's like anytime you get something that's been used, you're susceptible to whatever those other people are saying, whether they're truthful or not. And that's what I'm thinking about today. Like, I'm not sure that Lady Babylon is going to take the time to answer any of my questions, but it'd sure be good for that whole community to be able to be square on exactly what the expectations are for like being a part of that community. You know what I mean? Can I just listen because I like the Greek? Yeah, there you go. That's where I'm at with all of it. But I still want to see personally where Dr. Allman's mind is at for himself without no judgment. That isn't, I'm not into that. That's not what I'm doing. That's not why I'm asking. I'm asking for my personal growth in my own spirituality, whatever that entails to somebody else doesn't matter. I'm asking questions for myself that I hope get answered, you know. So, anyway, and I'm just thinking about honesty and how honest are people willing to be under any and every circumstance, you know. Like, what would it take to get most people to lie about something? Um, would they have to be threatened or um, manipulated into it or tricked? You know, like, because there's a lot of people believing a whole lot of stuff out there that isn't true, you know. And what does it take for them to be deceived? You know, that's what I wonder, you know. That camera just got me bugging out. I don't know. I thought about not making a video, but there's a friend of mine on here that was talking in a video about um psychological warfare and how it starts when we're really young and having a parent that would laugh at your tears. Yeah, that's rough. That is. That's really hard. I mean, if if it's tears out of anger and the kid's throwing a fit or something, and you look at them and their face is all askew and out of whack and they're all disjointed, I could see a chuckle coming out. But if it's a typical everyday thing that parents do, yeah, I've seen it too. Um, that's heartbreaking. It's sickening. You know, anybody else but me out there, like if you see an adult being mean to a child, do you ever say anything? I know now this is a tough one because say you're out in public and you got a little person, and then you got a big person with them that's like ganking on them, or, are you going to say something? I think you know what I do and have done. Yeah, I have. One time I opened my mouth in front of the kid, um, but when the kid wasn't looking, I flipped the dad off. But yeah, that's about. And one other time we were driving, and I told this creep, I said, "You got a hat on," I yelled out the window, "put one on your baby dick." You know, something like that. I couldn't help it. I had to. It was blazing hot out. And here he had this little baby girl in a stroller. He had a hat on. He's pushing this little munchkin in a stroller. And he's all protected, and she's just out there in the baking sun. It's like, yeah, I say stuff, you know. So what was on my mind is the medical community that has tried to normalize dark tetrad traits like psychopathy and narcissism. It's so like popular now. Everybody's a narcissist. Well, there's a lot of it. Maybe everybody isn't, but if they're not a full-blown narcissist, they're just about borderline. How many people do you know that you can say this person is emotionally stable? 100%. I mean, solid. How many people can you actually go to and have them maybe help you solve something in your life that you don't see because they're more stable in the world than you are? Well, that's my topic. How many psychologists out there or psychiatrists don't have a mental illness themselves? Now, for me, knowing that they do have some kind of psychological disturbance, because anybody around me, everybody's controlled by the dark force because I'm the total opposition, and they can be used because they're not as strong as the dark force, and they always cave, always. It doesn't matter. One way or another, they're cowards. And they do. They cower, and they can be used like tools, and they have been, you know. But it really is a kick in the teeth when it's your own parents or your own kids, or I mean, yeah, a spouse. Most of us have been betrayed by a boyfriend or a girlfriend or somebody of the opposite sex, or even I had a niece that had a bisexual relationship, thinking that that woman was going to be more loyal to her than a man. you know Boy, did she find out that was wrong. you know I told her too, it's not going to make a difference if they find somebody and they're um out there. If they're looking anyway after they have you, it doesn't matter, they're still looking. If you're both like that and you're both players, hey, have fun. Just leave the normal ones alone. You know? I just want to know, like, with some people would do like a blood sacrifice, other people would do like a food or spiritual, like what you're giving up for Lent type of sacrifice. Other people would spend their entire lives giving to people that could care less. Or even if they cared, they're not going to acknowledge that to you because that's how people are used, just like tools. It's like everybody else on this planet gets paid or rewarded or compensated. And then we got these fuckos out there trying to make us believe that our rewards are all in the future, and just keep your mouth shut. Don't hope for a nice life in the present. Just keep believing that you don't deserve any good on this planet. All the bad people do, but you don't. That's no. This is so twisted and so whacked, you know. So I think my eyes are still bugged out from reading. I was over on the HP website, and to even get a driver out of them. I suppose if I bought something, it'd probably help, but it's a bummer. It's a pretty nice camera. It's got a case and, you know, leather but anyway. And I went and bought um chargeable batteries and a SIM card that it said it it doesn't support the SIM card. I'm like, no, I've been through this shit so much. And most of it started with Kodak Company. Those people drove me crazy. Then I had a GoPro that I gave to my kid, and all the accessories for it and stuff. But it was so tiny. I mean, I got pretty good eyes, but they're only like what, that big? Like 3 inches? Oh, it's just too much. It's like, yeah, maybe pretty nice if you want to sit there and squint every time you gotta use it, or get to know the buttons. It frustrated me. Like, I used it once. I set it up and tried it, and I had a test that I did, and then I couldn't stand it. It's like, yeah, nice little camera if you're into these tiny little gadgets. I'm just not. I want something I can hang on to when I'm taking a photo or something. Now I'm thinking about uh, maybe a Canon, something not too expensive. I don't know. I have to look into them, I guess. I can't afford nothing really expensive, but like top of the line or anything. But um, anyway, I have to get out there and look around what's recommended for old people. It's got big buttons. So I did repair my eyes. I had uh, nearsightedness for a while because when I went skiing one time when I was a kid, I got super snow blinded. I didn't have any shades on and I burnt my eyes. And then like white things and clear things or like glaring things would really bother me. Not so much anymore, but geez, I used to go through some hell. Well, anyway, so I ended up having to wear glasses for driving. And I just told myself this is bullshit. And I just kept trying to read the signs when other people were driving, straining my eyes because what I had, what they say they were corrective lenses. So I'd put them on, I'd take them off, and then after a while, what I was doing, putting them on, taking them off, and trying to see without them actually worked. So I did use them as corrected lenses, but I do think, and I'm convinced, that you have to use them while your eyes are in motion for that task, if that makes sense. Like if you were farsighted and you're trying to read like small print and you have glasses for that, try taking them off, putting them back on. Take them off, rest your eyes a little bit, and then go back to that paper and see if you have clor, corrective lenses. Try it like that. It might help. Worked for me. So, wow, did you see that light? I don't know. Must have been the camera. Abracadabra, you know? Yeah, I have superpowers. I can look right in people's souls and see their sorrows or their lies, you know? Is that a gift? Yeah, depends on how you look at it, right? I think that gift in some people is stunted by their dark ways. And then they may even perceive somebody that is a decent person as not a decent person because they're listening to the dark voice instead of the one that's telling them, no, that's a good person. You can trust them, you know? They're like, I can trust them, but I fucking hate them because I can't trust myself, you know? That type of thing. Yeah. Yesterday we had, oh, it's our electric company that's putting in fiber optics. They ran the line. We're the first one on the line. Um, the rest of our tunnel road is getting hooked up pretty soon. I bet everybody's going to be on it because, like, we pay a couple $100 around there for satellite out here, internet a month, and our phone connected, and yeah, that's not cool. For, you know, the highest speed and the most megabytes we could get, you know? And then we had to buy a package that we'd never, ever entirely lose. And at least 3 times a year, this thing goes out. So if you don't have a phone, you can't even call customer service because your satellite phone is down. It sucks, yeah. So what we're getting will be like just blazing fast from what they say. That'll be cool. But, well, I'm going to get this uploaded. I just wanted to throw a little compassion out there to my friends that have been laughed at and ridiculed and put down and demonized by your own families and friends when you know full well that they're the demonic assholes. You know, you know it. And if I met them, I'd know it too. So, yeah. Excuse me. So, you have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.